to welcome on the show here on R&R in the Morning, the head coach of your Dallas Cowboys, brought to you by AA Best Bell Bones, Mike McCarthy. Morning, Coach. How you feeling today?
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. How's everything in San Antonio?
It's good, Coach. You know, we're just trying to get to these fall temperatures, man. It's hot down here, but other than that, so I mean, obviously, you know, we'll get right to it, Coach. We'd be naive to think this is just another injury. I mean, it is football, but you know, when you're a leader in that locker room, as popular as Trevon Diggs and you're as talented as he is, how do you navigate? Hey, that's our guy. We feel awful, but we still got a job to do. It can't be easy to transition.
Well, yeah, make no bones about it. It's a tremendous punch in the gut. I mean, it was someone, you know, someone that touches all of us, and definitely something that everybody felt, you know, on the field and then coming in afterwards. So, you know, you feel terrible for Trevon because, you know, especially everything he pours into the game of football and really the level that he was playing and competing. It was, you know, he was poised to have another great season. So, but really, you know, your focus always goes to the personal component of it, and we just want to make sure he knows that we love and support him. And but yes, we have to move forward and finish this preparation to go get this win in Arizona.
So moving forward, prep goes. Do you know what the depth chart's going to look like? Can we just assume Bland's there, Lewis moves over, and there we go?
Well, you know, that's definitely an option, and that's definitely one we'll work today, and we feel like we're in good shape there. But yeah, that's something that we're gonna have to tighten up today and tomorrow. I mean, because you know, once again, that's a punch in the gut. That's our most first big adversity moment that we're gonna have to overcome this year.
As a cohort of yours, a fellow head coach, Eric Spoelstra with the Heat, said, "You're blessed with adversity. You just want to make sure you find a way through it, and it's got to be tough."
Oh, no doubt. I mean, it's my heart goes to the personal components.
Right.
See what these guys go through, but yeah, it's to think that we're going to go unscathed through a season is just not practical in this league, you know. So you just got to keep going, and this really is a opportunity for the depth of our defense to step up and show itself, and we have great confidence in that.
Coach, Tyler Biadasz, what's his status, and if not, who fills that role?
Well, Brock has been working in there as the number 2. So, but yeah, I'm not of high concern. Speaking with our medical staff last night, but you know, we'll see how Tyler is when he gets here today, and but he'll definitely be limited today, and we'll take some tomorrow. Is kind of the plan. But you know, you don't really, when those things pop up, you know, end of the day, you really don't know till the next day.
True.
So we'll see when he gets in there.
Well, looking forward to Arizona in a couple of days, Coach. Did you talk to that guy that was calling the Redzone plays, and if so, what'd you tell him?
Oh yeah, I was in his ass. But, no, it's I think it's like anything. Is there's always going to be things that you want to do better in the game, and and that was definitely one of them. But we hit the target on most of the other focal points, and one was ball control was a big part of our focus against that defense, and we knew we had to go the long way to get in the end zone just from a planning perspective, and I thought the guys did a tremendous job there. Starting with Dak and the ball distribution, but yeah, it's when you're going, I think what would we have five series of 12 or more plays. I mean that's difficult to do,
right?
And speaking of that, Coach,
you got to finish it though, and we didn't finish some of those drives.
5 drives, 12 or more plays. Do you come into games given your offensive structure with a snap count total number that you look at it? If we get this many snaps, we are going to be in pretty good position to play or to win, given the volume of offense.
Yeah, I think if you're looking for stats, I mean, if you can take care of the football with 0 gives, if you get 70 plays and
70
the ball distributed, that 70, if you have a ball distributed 75% of those plays, 55 attempts of rush and completion, you're gonna be hard to beat. So I mean, those are kind of standards that I know that's a rhythm in a play style and an approach that I've always tried to adhere to. So
Well, you can certainly see it, Coach. Are they there yet? Are they at the rhythm that you want them to be, or are we near it?
Well, we've hit the 70. We've been above 75% in both games. And this past game I think might have been a record. I don't know if I've ever.
Yeah.
I don't recall. Yeah, I don't. I think we had 75 rushes and completions. So that's a tremendous outing. I mean, the goal is 55.
Yeah, you got a pretty good OC.
Yeah, well, we have
There's two games in a row. You're living up to standards.
Players and coaches. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm.
It's all plus minus. It's pluses or minuses, Coach. You're either good or you're not.
I hear you. No, I hear you. So, but the distribution rate was 78% in the first game and 90% in the second game. So we're off to a good start there.
Coach, Dak was talking about he feels like you guys are better equipped for success. Do you agree with that? And if you do, what makes you guys feel that way?
Well, I think, like anything, we have just look at our locker room. Just look at the makeup of the locker room. This is a very good blend of veterans and young players. I mean, we have a very strong, group as far as the first, second, third year players, but we definitely have a very strong veteran group. I don't know if I've had a locker room as balanced as this, so and with that, you have the education and experiences, from the past that they can pay forward and apply to the new players, because a third of our football team is new, so through free agency or through the rookie class, but yeah, I think definitely the state of the locker room. When we talk about culture, it definitely applies to the experiences that these guys have gone through, and I tell you, I'm super impressed with the overall leadership of this team.
Coach, when I look at the schedule and I see all the moves that Arizona made, and to a media or fans' eyes, it looks weird, and you kind of say, okay, well, that's going to be one of those trap games. But then I watched in the first 2 weeks. I wouldn't say that, because I think in the NFL more than any pro sport, bad tape follows you, and contracts aren't quote unquote guaranteed. It's not a bad a team as I thought they were coming in. This is going to be I'd say this is going to be a pretty good game for you guys this Sunday.
Yeah, this is by no means not a bad football team. I mean, just watch the tape, watch the games. I mean, they had the Giants 28-7, had a chance to win the game, and obviously Washington also. So yeah, this is a scrappy, veteran, tough, hard-nosed football team. We got to really protect the ball this week. These guys hunt the ball very well. So that that'll be a big focal point for
offensively. What do they do? What do you look at offensively that you got to take away from them first?
Well, I just think like anything, it always starts with the run. I mean, you know who you are, defense, and that's the way teams are gonna. That's the way teams are gonna, attack us too. But and obviously, the quarterback has the ability to make plays with his feet, so that's always a component you got to put a little extra time into.
Mike McCarthy here on San Antonio Sports Star. He's always brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. So you're 2 weeks into it, Coach. You're dealing with all the OC duties and all of that. Have you found your rhythm? And certainly you're going to have some hiccups in the way. But does it feel like this is the season now? The newlywed period's done. You're in the thick of it.
Not quite.
Not quite.
I was hoping this. I was hoping this because this is really the first week. We're on a normal 7-day schedule. So, but yeah, it's still a little bumpy right now. But bumpy's good. Just roughing off. Got to clean up some spots and so forth. But I'll be ready to go Sunday. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Well, glass half full, Coach. This whenever y'all play Arizona, you get an extra home game. I'm not being funny. It's just the real. I mean, it's like that for y'all in a couple places, but definitely Arizona. So, congrats on the extra home game.
Yeah, definitely. No, our fans we fully anticipate they'll be there strong, really, like they are every week. I mean, it's so impressed with our fan base. You pull up to the hotel, they're there at the hotel, just all the way through. So. Yeah, we're looking forward to a great environment Sunday.
You talked about it quite a bit, like, hey, you kind of just stay out of Dan's way, but with what goes on with Trevon, y'all meeting a little bit more than you normally would, and you kind of like, hey, okay, what's the plan going forward, or is it still like you just kind of stay out of the way? He does what he do, you do what you do.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's conversations that you have at the beginning of the week and the end of the week, and that's always been there. Just as far as how the health of the team is is an everyday ongoing conversation, right? Because we got to decide, who the 48, well, it's 49 with the third quarterback, but the 48 players up. So that's how the week starts, and and the stress points, and he'll hit me with new ideas, as far as what he's thinking, bounce things off, and I do the same for him too. So, but yeah, that's a fluid conversation, and then really at the end of the week, then we have the coordinators meeting on Saturday, and then it's the final presentation of the plan and how he's going to attack them. But yeah, I have great confidence in Dan and our defensive staff.
What do you pull? Again, we've talked about this with you before. What do you pull? Because I feel like you do have a February team when you look at it top to bottom, and you look at how I could tell the chip on y'all shoulder this training camp. It was a different vibe this year. I've covered y'all 3 years. It's a different vibe. So I feel like you have a February team. What do you pull from your year in Green Bay when you went to the Super Bowl where you had 17 guys on the IR, or is it just two total separate situations?
Well, I'll say this, because I had a number of people reach out to me, after Trevon's injury, and I think it just shows you the level of respect that he has in the league. And a number of them reminded me of 2010, but my reaction was, I don't want to go down that road. That was a great accomplishment, and but that was tough sledding. But it is definitely a reminder of how you got to keep moving forward. And like I said, this is an opportunity for the depth of our defense to step up. It's like I said, it was a gut wrencher yesterday. It's just the reality of his injury and what he means to our team. But we will move on, and we got to finish this preparation and get this win in Arizona.
That's your head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, Mike McCarthy, always brought to you by AA Best Bell Bonds. Coach, as always, we bid you a good week of practice, good travel, and stay healthy. We'll talk to you next Friday.
Good luck, Coach.
Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it.